Good morning. How are you? How's everyone? I am going to post the information you need for our workout today. So, today is Tennis Tuesday, and I am pin the comment. Okay, and I'm going to flip the camera. Hi again. Today's Tennis Tuesday, and our guest today is Victoria Azarenka. So, played a lot of amazing matches against her, and have watched a lot of her against my sister Serena, and she's an amazing competitor. I have so much respect for her, so I'm so happy she's joining today. Okay, so I've pinned everything in the bio, and you can go ahead and shop 11 at 11byvenus.com with 20% off and use the code Coach Venus. So these are special while we're in quarantine, while we're in self-isolation. And also, you can see the Spotify playlist there. So I'm super excited about Vika joining, and this is every day. Today we're at 10:30, but usually every day around noon. Every day at noon we come, and tomorrow we have Hump Day, so we dance through Hump Day, and then some amazing special workouts. So to get the updates, opt in. Go to the link in bio so you get the updates on what the workouts are, what time, who's joining, etc. Okay, so now we're going to invite Vika, and we're going to do a workout today that's a little bit of strengthening, but also working through the thoracic, because my thoracic is bothering me. So I've been doing a lot of work with it, and I thought I'd show you kind of what to do as a tennis player to open up here, but also everyday life. A lot of us have some kind of back issues, so just to be able to open up your back here. All right, so we're gonna go live with Vika.
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Nice to see you.
You too.
Are
I
you in
was,
Boca?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I am. I'm just in my garage. I'm preparing for our workout. It's nice and hot.
Yeah, well, not as hot as it was. It was in the 90s. I was miserable, hating it.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad. Some people are struggling with cold and snow, so a little bit of hot weather is not too bad. How you been
Yeah.
holding up?
It's been, honestly, it's been a crazy time, but it's been flying by somehow.
Yeah.
It's already like 5 weeks since they canceled Indian Wells, which was kind of like shocking. I was just at dinner when my coach sent me a text and he's like, the tournament's canceled. And I'm like,
Yeah, I wasn't going there, but I was like, I was also shocked that they canceled. So I thought it's like, oh, it's just 1 week. Maybe, Miami's gonna get ready, and then just weeks and weeks and weeks and uncertainty, uncertainty, uncertainty.
hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was watching you play. I was warming up for my match, I think, and you were having a practice match with Kim Kleisters. And I
Yeah.
kept looking over and I was like, now this is women's tennis. It was so cool to see her back, and you guys are having such an amazing match and an amazing battle. So,
Yeah,
um,
it was great to see her, and it's I mean, when she told me she's coming back, I was a little bit shocked, but it's fun, and I think once the world goes back to normal, there's gonna be a lot of fun things for tennis and for the rest of the sports.
hmm. So what do you think of all the match cancellations, Wimbledon canceling, all of that stuff?
I mean, obviously I think it's really sad, but at the moment I think it's just the best option, and we just there's so much unknown that it's better to be precautious than maybe take a chance at this stage. In terms of rescheduling other Grand Slams, I don't really see how that's really gonna work. Playing French Open in indoor somewhere in November or whatever December that are planning. So I think that's gonna be quite hard. But I don't know. I think everybody's just gonna have to take a long pause.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. We just have to take a pause and see what happens. There's so much unknown.
Yeah.
Have you
I
had a
don't
chance to,
know. Yeah, go ahead.
have you been on the court or taking it easy right now or in the
I
gym?
have been. I have been on the court and I've been in the gym, but like last week, I've really struggled like with my motivation. Like, what am I really practicing for? to keep my peace of mind is one thing, but and I love playing tennis, but it's just like I need to have a goal because I always strive for the competition, to prepare myself. That's like you've been living your kind of whole life like this, and I had a couple of breaks, so it's a little bit easier for me, but just to like restart and go to the court and be like, okay, what am I gonna work on today? Like, what is it for? And so I've been struggling with that, and I'm trying to like take it a little bit more day by day. But it's definitely like weighing in on me a little bit. But working out and staying active definitely helps mentally. Like it just makes you more energized. Otherwise, you're just like stuck on the couch all day and not really knowing what to do. So, but yeah, that's been a little challenging. Have you been able to hit a little bit?
Yeah, I've been hitting balls, and I find that my team is keeping me focused on, still staying on the court because it is easy to think about, well, there's 4 months and who knows if we'll even play then.
Hmm.
And especially as tennis players, you spend your whole life just like waiting to play or, playing
Yeah,
or preparing to play. So kind of you
yeah,
start to feel like, okay, maybe I'll take this moment to not be on the court.
yeah,
But, I get out there and maybe we'll have to hit some balls. So
yeah. Yeah, I just
that,
try to keep it like a little bit light, and just play some games and stuff because like doing drills is hard right now. Like really
yeah.
focusing on drills and stuff is
Mhm.
quite hard, but yeah, uh I mean it's better than not having a court, that's for sure. So I can't complain.
Yeah, I agree. And it's not easy to find a court now. I hear that they're opening up courts now, kind
Hmm.
of starting tomorrow. But
Really?
but I've been practicing at a private court. I don't actually have
Yeah,
one at my house, which
yeah.
maybe was a big mistake.
Well, you know what? I was actually thinking about, it's like I started measuring the backyard. It's like, can I fit the tennis court in here? Um, It's close, but so maybe just like one side with a wall. If it all goes if it goes where it's like Leo's playground takes more space than the tennis court, so um we need to figure out the priorities here.
Is he hitting the ball?
He is, but he's like his attention span is like 2 seconds. Like we hit the ball, I got him a racket, then he wants the ping pong racket, then he wants to hit the balloon, and then he wants like another ball, and then the golf ball, and I was like, wait, no golf balls. You're gonna break everything. So he's just yeah, I mean, I think he's like sick of us, of all of us already. He's like asking me like, when can I go to like preschool? Like, when can I go to school and stuff? I was like, oh, I don't know, buddy. Like, I can't really tell you at the moment, but to keep a 3-year-old entertained in the house, challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
watched Olympia too, and she came over to my house, and then I looked, and everything was destroyed. And I, I was like, I have to clean up now, but it's so cute, And
Yeah,
I have these. My house is old, so I have these dolphin statues in the fireplace, and she comes and
yeah.
she hugs the statue every time. So
Yeah,
cute.
I saw your Instagram post where you're cleaning. That's a nice attire. Like, is that how you clean the house?
It actually is, especially last week. Every day I woke up and like trying to find motivation. I was like, I want to wear a bikini, and so I would wake up and wear a bikini, and then I bought one of those things that it sweeps for you, the Roomba or whatever,
Yeah.
because I was like this sweeping and cleaning and washing dishes. It got so stressful.
You know what? I had like one day is like sometimes something clicks in my head and I was like, I'm gonna clean everything. So I had like a speedy mode. I was like going from one side to another side, like or organizing in my garage. Like, okay, I need to organize my garage. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do that. Like I cleaned like windows and stuff, and I was like, oh my God, that's it. That's enough. Like,
Yeah.
I give me another 3 months to do it all over again.
You have to be in the mood, but I think I have it down. Like I wash during the week, and then I mop like, oh, I try to keep the floors really clean. I mop like twice a week or twice
Yeah.
every 2 weeks. It's been a challenge to say the least.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I've stayed in like at home for quite a bit of time, like just put down without like traveling for tennis. But I still like realized that I still traveled so much. Like I actually went to like places, different places so much that I've never stayed like put for so long. It's like it's it's crazy. I don't know how we're gonna go back to normal yet.
I don't know either. I think there's so many questions that I feel like we just have to deal with the moment, because if you try to
Hmm.
find the answer, then you're gonna be frustrated and possibly afraid. So you really have to live in the moment the best as you can,
Yeah.
you know. But I really am looking forward to getting back. I hope it's soon, but
Yeah, I've been watching everybody's like also Instagram. Everybody's cooking and doing
mhm.
workouts at
Mhm.
home, and we've been playing this PlayStation tournament now. I actually have
Yeah, how
two
is that?
matches. Oh, I'm so bad at like I'm so bad.
How did it go
I get so
yesterday?
frustrated. I get so frustrated. Like I have attention. I think that's where Leo gets it. Like my attention span for these games is like for 4 games I play and then I get bored or something and then I just like okay whatever. So I so my hidden partner sent me a text like was somebody playing for you the first 4 games because you played well and then what happened? I was like and then the controller starts flying and then the chair starts flying and I don't know. I'm just not I guess not into games because I downloaded the Just Dance game instead of the
Mhm.
tennis game, and I've
Mhm.
been way better at that one. So I like we have this chat with girls on WhatsApp, and I've been inviting somebody to do Just Dance, and nobody wants to Just Dance. They're like, I don't want to dance with you. We saw your TikToks. We just go play tennis.
I like your TikTok, especially the ones that Leo's in. He's so cute.
Yeah, he's like he goes to me like now I do some TikToks and then he goes, Mom, I want to do that. And I was like, what's that? He's like, I want to do that. so and he's like because there's like a lot of all those moves, in the dances of TikToks, like
Hmm.
that's his reference. TikTok is to do that. So he always wants to join me for TikToks.
That's so cute. I love it.
Yeah.
So should we do some exercises?
Yeah, I actually did like a little workout already, so to warm up. So I'm just gonna follow your lead. I just
Okay. Let me
have
move
the
my
bench. Oh,
bench. Oh. Okay, so I figured we'd start like standing so we don't have to get up and get down because it's hard to move the camera.
yeah.
So,
Oh, hold on. I need to organize to put my camera down. Oh, all right.
okay, let me get my notes. Let me
Okay.
run. So I always forget the exercises. It's so sad.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do some active rotation, which I'm sure you're pretty familiar with.
Okay.
So the first one we're gonna start out with is a lunge with rotation. So we're gonna lunge in and then rotate, which I really need. My back has gotten stiff. And
Yeah.
then we're gonna go into the lunge next, bend into it, and then reach up, which is a regular tennis player warm up. I think every
Yeah.
tennis player
That's
does.
like the one of the first ones you see everybody in the morning doing in the gym.
And then we're gonna go into like a little bit of active movement. So we're gonna twist both our body. First, we're gonna start twisting the upper body, and then we'll just twist the lower body. So we'll do 3 sets of those,
Okay.
and then we'll hit the ground and do some Russian twists, and then some sit-ups where we touch up opposite arm and opposite leg.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'll try to keep track of the number,
Okay.
but I'll lose track. But I'll ask you questions in between.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go to the lunge with the wood chop. Okay, so I saw on your Instagram stories that you were doing aerial.
Yeah, it's right here.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm like obsessed with it. Like I do it at night, in the morning. I just started to learn the flips,
Uh-huh.
but a little scared. A little scared, but I'm getting there. I'm really sore. Like my arms are incredibly sore, so but it's fun. It's really fun.
And is that called silks?
Yeah, they have like the trapeze as well, which I bought, but it's like a little bit too like hard on your legs, like when you wrap it around. So
Mm-hmm.
the silk gives like more stretch and it's softer. So I like that a lot better. I've done it a few times in the past and I always wanted to get one in the house. So my dream finally came through.
So do you have a coach or a teacher?
Um, no, because of coronavirus, nobody wants to come and teach me now. But I've done a few classes before, and there's a lot of like videos online that you could use, and my fitness coach helps me also with it, because I had few accidents where I got in a pose and I couldn't get out of it. So like I got stuck hanging in the air, so he had to take me down. I'm gonna post it one day. I have it on
Okay, so
video.
do you make sure that you have like your cell phone on you or someone's with you when you do it so you don't get stuck until the next morning or something?
No, because it's actually like I was doing it in my garage, and and, and I got stuck and I started screaming. I was like, help, help! And he going here like runs. He's like, what happened? I said, well, I just need a little bit of help, and but it's okay.
So Serena does what's it called? The hoops ring?
Yeah, I know she's like amazing on it. I don't know how she do it. She really needs like to go to Cirque du Soleil. Have you tried that?
No, because like my wrists are really fragile, so I wish I could. I can't do anything like
So did she
with
bring those routines to the to your guys' annual dance competition?
yeah, and that's why my team I think always lost because she always brings something like fire, people breathing fire,
Oh my God.
people on silks,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, my team we lose.
I know she did. I know she also is like incredible with a um with a pole like dancing with the
Yeah.
inverts and stuff. That's the next one for me.
Well, I
I'm
think
getting into it.
she'll know someone who can teach you.
Yeah. I actually took some classes before. I used to do it, but haven't done it in a while.
Do you
I
think it's good
remember.
cross training?
Oh, I've never been, honestly, I've never been so sore in my life as I was when I did that. So I had a teacher come out to my house, and I actually saw her in Rihanna's video, you know, the pour It Up video.
Oh
She was
wow.
dancing. So,
This
so
was
I,
in LA?
yeah, so I contacted her, and she came out, and she was super cool, and she was like, got me the pole and sold it in my living room, and she said, so we did the class and everything. It was good, and then she says, well, like leave it alone, like don't really practice too much because it's your first time. So be careful. And I was like, I mean, what do you mean? Like I'm an athlete. What what do you mean? Like be careful. I'm ready for this. And then so I practiced for like 4 hours, and and then next morning I couldn't pick up a cup of coffee. Like literally for 5 days I was like this. So my coach was so pissed at me. He's like, are you kidding? It was like preseason. So for 5 days I couldn't like touch a racket or anything. So
Did you go in the ice bath?
no, I don't like that.
Oh my God, I hate the ice bath.
No, I absolutely can't stand it
My
because my
coach
feet.
loves it though. He always wants me in the ice bath, even if it's a 6060 match. He's like, ice bath?
Really? No, I don't mind the cryo therapy. Have you tried that? Like,
The only one I've tried is the one at the French Open at the French Federation Center, where you walk into the cold room
Yeah,
and then you walk into the next one.
yeah, yeah. That one. Did you
That
like
one is,
that better?
I like it, but it's wild. It's so crazy, like so cold.
Yeah. I like that. I prefer that way better than the ice, like the water. I just can't stand the water.
So do you go
That
to cryo centers locally?
sometimes, yeah. But I've when I was home, I went to consult the doctor as well, and they told me that it's best to do cryo in cycles.
Hmm.
So you do like for 3 weeks, and then you need to rest so your body adapts, and then so you can't. It's not really good to do it all the time because I think your body gets used to it, and there's no benefit as much. So I do it like sometimes in cycles.
That's what I'll tell my coach. There's no benefit to this. Quit.
Well, don't take my word for it, but that's what I've heard.
So, are you a football fan? Do you watch other sports?
I do watch a lot of sports, but since Leo was born, I just like don't have that much time. But I used to watch all the NBA and NFL and follow and go to the games, but obviously less now. But yeah, I watch a lot. I know you guys are involved with Miami Dolphins, so are they gonna be good anytime soon?
Um, if I say no, no, I honestly think we're setting ourselves up for the long term.
Yeah,
So each year we'll build up on the next, and
couldn't get couldn't get Tom Brady.
I,
Tampa got him, huh?
so many people ask me that, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say. So I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, I have to say, because the level, I mean, you and I both know what it takes to win a championship and what it takes when people say you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
And just knowing within yourself that you can do it. And I
yeah,
appreciate that again because people bring better than their best against, that team or him or wherever he was before. And to be
yeah,
able to win through that is just incredible. So,
yeah,
ton of
definitely.
respect for that guy.
Yeah. V, I wanted to ask how you guys uh, got into football.
You know, honestly, it was just maybe not on purpose. I'm going to see if I can
Mhm.
lower my camera. I never quite get this right. But I think it all started, people knowing other people and kind of wanting to get people from South Florida involved with the Miami Dolphins, and
Mhm.
been in South Florida for a long time, even though I'm a California native. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's so amazing because I love sports. So
Yeah.
to be able to be involved in sports on any level is, and I don't think you know how much you love it until, especially moments like now, like when I was injured before the Australian, I couldn't play, and
Mhm.
I felt like very grateful for tennis. And these moments right now where there's no opportunity for anyone to play, and then I realized, okay, I think we take it for granted because I've played. I don't remember learning how to play. I was so young.
Mhm.
So it's just like life for me, probably life for you. It's just this is what
Yeah.
we do. This is who we are. And then
Yeah.
when it's gone, you start to kind of understand that, oh wow, this is really special.
Yeah. And like you and I've been on the board. You've been on the board of WTA for so long. Like, how do you see like the difference of being, involved with the team and being on the other side of the sport, rather than in tennis? Like, well, what would you say like the biggest difference you feel?
I think the biggest difference is, wow, you know, obviously there's probably a lot more coverage of NFL than WTA, but we have obviously amazing talent and a opportunity to tell us a worldwide story. So that's
Mhm.
unique and special. Um, Probably player representation is a little bit more robust on
Mhm.
that end, and the revenue sharing is a lot more robust. So I think there's different things that each league could learn from each other.
Yeah.
And I
Do
guess that's my politically correct response.
Yeah. Do you feel like being a part of the team has like opened your maybe thinking the way you you were working with the board after?
Uh, yeah, and I think that sometimes in tennis, especially with federations,
Yeah.
a lot of it is kind of can be run like a friendship network instead of a real business with real objectives and real goals with measurements of how do we do. So I think honestly that's one of the biggest challenges in tennis is to really become um, more driven by business objectives. So
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that with like your federation or something.
Yeah, well, with our federation, it's sometimes very complicated. I most of the times I don't know what's really going on.
Makes
To
two
be
of us.
honest, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting because you've played on the tour for long and you've seen like the changes from the inside, from the outside, and there's like now I feel like there's a time that we need to figure out what's the step forward, and I think it's really important that especially in this time where we have a break and everybody can like think objectively and what can be our next right move, because I feel like in this times of a pause, like that's where change happened, and I hope that this will be a positive change in a good direction for us.
Me too. I really enjoyed being on the player council with you, so hopefully
Yeah.
we'll be back,
I
right?
know, I know. I had a lot of fun. My favorite memory would be the Wimbledon meeting.
Oh
Remember?
my gosh, yeah.
That
I
was
re-
that was really good, and I don't know if we're allowed to share this. Do you think
yeah,
we're allowed to share this?
I don't know if we are.
I wish we were, because I thought that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
amazing when the players get together and the tournaments are all on the same page. That you can
Yeah.
really do something powerful then
Yeah. So
when
I hope
everyone
we'll
has
I
the
hope
same
we'll be
goal.
back.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I don't know when the vote comes up again, but I mean, all the players always do a good job. But I really, obviously, we enjoyed serving. So
Yeah. So
okay, so we'll go to Russian twist.
okay.
The first one. So, are the aerials your favorite workout now?
Yeah, definitely. That one, and I got into like swimming a little bit more. I'm usually not a big swimmer,
Hmm.
but I started to swim a little bit more. It makes me feel like a lot better. Um, Especially like my body is not sore after swimming. So yeah, but aerial is definitely my favorite. But I just hope I don't overdo it, that I don't like it anymore, because I do so much. We have a guest, a special guest.
Oh,
Leo,
is Leo here?
иди сюда. Иди сюда.
Hi, buddy.
Oh.
I missed seeing you
Скажи
in the
привет.
locker room. How are you?
How are you? Тебя спрашивают.
I'm very good. I saw you dancing.
Она тебя видела, как ты танцуешь. Can you show us how to dance? Yeah?
Yeah?
How do you dance the beep beep sheep beep beep I'm the sheep song? There you go. You want to
Oh my
work out with us?
gosh.
You want to do exercise? Yeah, let's go. Let's go here. Okay, let's go on here. And wait,
So
we do that.
is he 3 now?
Yeah, he's almost 3.5. See what I'm talking about? Attention span. He's like he's gone.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
love the little kids though, because they really know how to enjoy life.
Yeah. And
They're
Leo's got into this competitive mode now. Leo, иди сюда, пожалуйста, не ходи туда. He got into competitive mode that he always needs to win, always. And whenever I'm trying to win, he gets upset. So I ask him like, "Do you know that you're my son and I love winning? how how can you take that away from me?" But he does
So is it
all the
hard
time.
not to laugh when like they're very upset, like when they're crying over losing a game, or
Oh
and
yeah,
it's so cute.
yeah. It's funny but he hates it when I start laughing. Давай, вставай, вставай. Будешь со мной делать упражнения? Oh my god.
Now you have to work twice as hard.
I know, it's like, oh, ты тяжелый уже. He's so heavy now because he eats a lot.
Yeah,
Oh my god. What is your favorite thing to do with Olympia?
Honestly, anytime she includes me, I feel very special. Because I don't know, I guess you know that feeling, but just
Yeah.
acknowledgement and love to me. That's
Yeah.
and she also has a very short attention span too. So like, honestly, she recruited me. She recruits you to run, so she says running, and you have to run safely. And there have been times where I've been hurt and I'm like, I can't run. And then I understood those commercials where the parents say, I can now run and jump with my kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is real.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah. The jumping, the running never stops. It's like as soon as they're awake, it's like, okay, I'm first. I'm gonna who's running to the kitchen first, you know? Come on. It's morning time.
So how do you balance that? How do you play professional tennis with being a mom now?
You know what? Like, it's really a challenge because like my biggest challenge has been always is to balance like the guilt, you know, that I have to be away from Leo for a period of time, and I have to be a little bit selfish for myself, and that's been the biggest challenge to give myself time. So I would always like run myself, you know, to be so tired and like not sleep, and so that's been like a couple years had to be like an adjustment for me because I was getting into unknown territory of how to balance. I knew how to structure my life before, and then everything, you know, changed drastically. So it's still an adjustment. I feel like still an adjustment, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit better with, you know, understanding about quality time rather than quantity time. So sometimes you need time away so you can be more present. And so I'm getting that balance, but it's tough. I know, I feel like you can't do it all, but you need to find the balance, and you need to be okay with sometimes not feeling like you're doing the best, because you can't always do your best, but you try to do your best. And I've been getting like a lot like hard on myself before, where I couldn't do some things that I wanted, and you know, like, so, but it's life, it's adjustment, it's learning. You know, I feel like kids teach you much more than you teach them. You know, that's really he taught me so much over these 3 years about myself that, you know, I feel like I teach him the essentials, he teach me like the really like meaningful stuff about myself. So it's a good give and take. Okay, can I have this, please? Дай. There you go. Дай. Пожалуйста, зайка, дай мне. Я сейчас закончу, мы будем играть, да? В теннис. There we go. He's upset.
So funny.
Смотри, Таня, что это тебе сейчас покажет? Что там? There we go. So,
I've watched Serena go through that too, and just trying to find. Should we do one more set?
yeah.
Trying to find how to balance, and I don't think you really ever do find the balance. But
Yeah.
I've never seen her complain or be sad or be upset. You know, she's just such a champion in how she faces it. And I think Serena called you for advice in the beginning, right? Before Olympia was born.
Well, she came to see me, actually. She came to see me, and she was asking me all these questions, and I was like, why are you asking me all these questions? Because it was like really early. It was February. It was just like, Leo was just like a month old, and she like, she didn't tell me at that time yet, and then I was like, okay, I got it. I was like, that would make sense. You were asking me all these questions about that. So, but you know what, like, for me to see Serena like as a mom is such a different side of her. Like you don't like, it's just like she's different, like she's a boss on the court, she's a boss in business and stuff, and then you see this little child completely like dominating her presence. And Olympia has so much energy, like it's amazing, like it's such a cool like way to see like and get to know like different side of people, and I feel like kids bring that side of okay, I can't really do the seconds, the third set that we're doing.
Don't worry.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, what has been your like, you know, biggest like push that you keep, you play for such a long time, and it's really remarkable. So I'm just like wondering, like, how do you find that, push and motivation to go and do it over and over again? Because it's really admirable. Like, so, and on such high level, it's not just like you going there and just playing and hitting the ball. It's like to keep that high level with, with some health issues that you had, you always feel like you have that extra push for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I think just love. I love doing it. And I think
Yeah.
having a sister with you on the road helps, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah.
Just we've done this together since the beginning. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of like our life and how we live.
Yeah.
Mom, mom.
He needs something. Что ты хочешь? Что ты хочешь? Мячик? Держи.
What time did he wake up?
He wakes up like
That's not
8:15.
bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. What
Yeah.
time is your match today?
I think it's the 12th, but it's been getting delayed. So I don't know. I have two matches today, so gotta take my pregame meal, a little bit of pasta and chicken to make sure that I'm all loaded for the battle. So yeah, it's like, but I think it will be like in 2 hours or something.
How do you prepare for your matches normally?
You know what? It depends. Like, if I play at night, I usually actually hit in the morning, like early morning, and then I go back and I rest, and then I'll come like maybe hour and a half, 2 hours before the match, and then I'll do my like stretches with the physio and stuff, and then get to before the match. But if I play in the morning, I like to give myself a little bit of time between like my warm up and the matches. So I would rather come earlier rather than later.
Hmm.
So hit maybe like 2.5 hours before the match. But I like to practice early in the morning because I feel like it's quiet. You don't need to fight for the time for the court. And I know you guys
Hmm.
always practice early, so
Hmm.
it's like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning at the tournaments is like, I would say, my favorite time to practice.
Hmm. I started hitting in the evening here. I started hitting at like 4 o'clock, and
Yeah,
I finish around 7:30 or so.
yeah.
And
I
I like
I
that
change it
time.
up. Like now also, like I hit it sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening. But I hit a little bit later now because I want to spend like my morning with Leo, and he has breakfast and stuff, and then I
Hmm.
kind of will go and hit a little bit, or do my workout. And he loves to join now with the workout, especially in the garage. So
Hmm. That's so cute.
yeah.
And where's your family? Where's everyone?
My family is in Belarus. They were supposed to come here, but it's a lockdown, and so they're staying home, and everybody's good. It's just a lot of FaceTime, and
Hmm.
I don't know what people have been doing like 20, 30 years ago without video calls and stuff. Like, how was that working out? Um, but yeah, that's a little bit of like, I would say the most challenging part is like not being with your family and
Hmm.
not being with your friends. But at the same time, like I wish I had one day with nobody in the house. Like That's my wish at the moment. It's like one day, like nobody in the house at all, but it will take a while for that to happen.
So do you get alone time, like after Leo goes to bed, or I don't know, does he take naps still?
Yeah, he still takes naps, so I try to do like my things when he naps so I can spend more time with him. But when he now, because like I'm quite bored in the evening, I do my TikToks at night. So that's my time. Like I go in the bathroom and I just do TikToks or I eat some ice cream or something or talk on the phone. So that's
What
really
kind of
my
ice
time.
cream?
I love chocolate ice cream. I just that's always been my favorite. So I eat Haagen-Dazs and double chocolate chip, triple chocolate chip, something loaded chocolate chip. That would be my favorite. But I found this other ice cream. I found it. It was raspberry chocolate chip from Talenti or something, the brand. It's
Oh,
like
my mom
gelato.
likes that brand, yeah.
Yeah, and that one is amazing. Like so good. Like I don't really eat that much sweet stuff, but ice cream I can't help it and mochi. So, what
It's
about
hard at the
you?
tournaments when they have like the little ice creams in the lounge
Yeah.
and you see everyone eating ice cream and you want ice cream too and you can't have it. It's so hard.
Yeah.
And then the ice cream is like gone by 10:30 in the morning. You're like, what is going on here? Why would you eat ice cream this early in the morning?
You know who does that? Coaches.
Yeah,
Because they don't play, so they go and take
eat
all the ice
all the
cream.
ice cream. And like you have to talk to someone like, can you save me an ice cream for like after the tournament? Will there be any left?
Yeah. What about you? What's your like guilty pleasure that
Oh, I
you
love junk food. It's just a daily battle for me. Like everything. I'm a junkie, like literally. I need help. Like a 12-step program. Every
like
day it's just like if I get through the
chips
day
stuff?
without junk food, just like candy, sweet tarts, gummies, pies, donuts, cakes, cookies. I
How do
just
you keep like
love
in
it.
shape so much if you do
Vanity.
that?
Vanity. My vanity is stronger than my desire to eat junk food.
Oh
I
my
mean, when you
God.
walk on the court, you want to look, strong and fit and ready to go, and professional. And so
Yeah,
obviously our
and you want
jobs
to
is to
fit
be
in
as,
your outfit because it's like custom made outfit from like 6 months ago that you tried on, and then you're like, oh, is it tight? Is it not tight from 6 months ago?
I
Like
think
that's
you're
my
even
always.
fitter than before you came on to, after you had the baby than before.
Oh yeah,
So
actually, I feel like I'm a lot fitter because I always felt like I was a little like a little like I was just a little I felt always a little chubby. And the funniest thing was like I've been so strict all the time with my food. Like I don't like eat bad food. I would eat, but I would just snack like because I was hungry. I would snack like apples and like nuts and stuff. And then after Leo was born, like I just eat like worse, to be honest. Like I will eat like more sweet stuff and I will eat like Nutella, but my metabolism got so much better and I'll eat bread. Like I would not ever eat bread or something like that before. Now I like eat bread all the time and so it's a little bit weird, but
it's a constant
I'm
battle.
happy about that. It's not the other way around.
So when was our first match? Was that like Olympics 2008? I think. I feel
When
like
we first met,
Olympics in Beijing. I think that's the first time I played you.
yeah, I think so.
I think so. And I remember like loving the Belarusian colors, like the your outfit, the green and
Yeah,
the
the green
red.
and the
It's just
red.
like, yeah, it was so vibrant. And I remember playing against you and like how much you expected of yourself. And I'm thinking, I don't know this. I didn't know you. I didn't know anything about you. But like your level of like expectation and level to win this match against like a player that has obviously, been around the block before was like
Yeah.
incredible to see. I was like, okay, we'll see more of her. And I remember like after the match, you were like, I should have won this match. This is like, I loved your
Oh yeah.
attitude,
I
and
was I
it's
was so upset. I was so upset and it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I can't lose to you or something. It was just like I wanted to win so bad. Like that was like so important. Everything is so important to me. Like the tennis matches is like so important because it was my whole life, and my first Olympics. It was just like, it was a dream come through, and I was like, I was so happy to be there, but it wasn't enough. Like it felt like, and I think that's what like also drove me forward in my career, is like never was enough, so it like kept pushing me and pushing me to get better. And I think like that's part of you, like that you have to be that way, like kind of never really satisfied, but to find that balance, that to be also reward yourself a little bit. But I think that's kind of like been a little bit of my career, is like, always pushing, never satisfied. And but yeah, I remember it. Like, V, like when we play every time, it's like I don't understand how like that backhand down the line comes from out of nowhere. Like I
Me?
hit the good, yeah,
Oh.
like I'll hit this good angle, I'll hit the inside out, and then all of a sudden it feels like you're so late, you're on that back leg, and then this backhand down the line just comes as the winner, and you're like, shit, like how did it get there? Like that was like, it was always like I don't understand how you hit that shot. It's like it doesn't seem like you're ever in the position, but at the same time, it's just like it's such a clean shot.
Well,
So
thank
it's
you. I'll keep working on that. I used to only
did I
practice
surprise
backhand
you?
across the court, but yeah, now I know I need to practice the down the line. Oh my gosh. What's your
Yeah,
favorite shot on the court?
my favorite shot is my backhand. Like I feel like it's just been such a natural shot for me, and I feel like I'm kind of a natural lefty because I do a lot of like exercise way better with like my left side than my right side. But I just, everybody gave my mom and everybody gave me um, fork and spoon in the right hand, so you kind of like your pen in the right hand. So it's kind of like you're gonna be right-handed. Everybody kind of have to be right-handed. So I think I would have been interesting if I was a lefty as a player. But my backhand is
Yeah.
like my favorite shot. Yeah.
So
What
what's
about
your
you?
most memorable match? You know what? I really like hitting forehands because of the leverage.
Yeah.
I think that you can just get more leverage off that side. And obviously I love serving.
Yeah.
That's probably the one thing that I love practicing are serves.
Yeah.
Like if I could, I would just serve for 2 hours, but that would destroy your arm. But
Yeah.
I always have to like limit myself. And then I look at my coach, he's like, yeah, that's enough. It's like, oh shoot, did I hit all that basket and another half a basket? Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the funnest shot for me is stepping to the line and just going big.
Do
Like,
you
why
feel like
not?
when you were a kid, that was the most shot you've practiced?
As a kid, I practiced every shot. I think like thousands and thousands of balls. I spent like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours on the court as a kid. I'm sure you did the same.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know how I got a big serve. It just happened in qualifying. I was down in the match. Next thing I know, I started serving big, and I'm like, whoa. And then I never looked back. So I don't know. It just came out of nowhere, literally, during a match, like down match point, boom.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Kara's here. Hi, Kara. Let me see her.
Oh, hi, Carol.
She's
I think
probably
my
like destroying people on PlayStation right now or something.
Yeah, she has her comeback. I was like asking her, "How do you feel about coming back? Has it been tough? What was your preparation?" I don't think she misses it yet. I was hoping like that during this layoff she'd come back. I've always root for Carol. I always root for you
Yeah.
too. So if it's,
Thank
I don't
you.
really care who wins or loses, outside of myself and Serena. But I think that you just bring this. I don't know. I was watching like these U.S. Open matches with you and Serena on the court, and like those matches are so epic, and just you bring this intensity to the court that's just so fun to watch. That I'm
Yeah.
watching like for entertainment value. Like I'm not even watching like just to like for anything else, like to study or anything. I'm like, this is so entertaining. I just love watching you play because of that.
Yeah.
So,
It's like those matches, like, and we had some of those, but with Serena, it's like it's something that, like you can feel it like in the energy when we play. like there's this tension, like this competitive tension, and you guys have like, I mean, obviously when you play each other, I don't know how you do it so many times, go up against each other, but like it's this special tension, and then like once it's over, it's like, I mean, we just didn't try to destroy each other for like 3 hours, like
Hmm.
that was always my favorite part, that we could separate, you know, that competitiveness on the court, and that, respect for each other and humanity like off the court. And
Yeah,
I
I
did the
agree. And
same.
I think you're the one of the players that can do that. And it's not easy for anyone to do that because you're in this match where you just things may not go your way, you might lose the match. But anytime we came off the court and you actually congratulated me, I felt like it was real. And you're just such a sportswoman that you can do that because you know that you're going to go work harder to win the next one. And it has nothing to do with anything else other than that you're going to prepare more. And like you could get that feeling from you, like, okay, I better be ready the next one because she's gonna go work harder. But
Thank you,
I
V.
really always respected that. Like I really did. And like I don't even think I do that. Like if I lose a match, I don't really congratulate anyone after. Like at the net, yeah. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
great
because you
job.
have the best handshakes. You have the best handshakes. You're so graceful. Like, I think, like, I was like, every time I watch videos, like, I mean, Vika, like, next time, just try to be like a little bit with the handshakes. Like, don't show it all on your face, how disappointed you are in yourself and how pissed you are. Just like, okay. So, but yeah, there's I love to watch some of the videos with bad handshakes. You're like, come on. And I mean, I'm guilty of that too. It's like, how old are you? Like, start behaving normal. Come on.
Oh my God. That's what I always tell Serena, not even on the court, but just like neither of us have really grown up a lot. I don't think anyone sees that side of us because they see the tennis side. But I'm like, you're a mom now. It's time to grow up. Like, come on. What kind of example are you setting? Please.
The funniest one thing I've seen of Serena, I think it was in her documentary when Alexis was telling her that Olympia will be, maybe winning Wimbledon or something like that, and she goes, "Not if I'm still around." I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
like like that's not scripted. That's not like, that's really like how she is. It's like, it's real. Like that's part, like it just doesn't go away with the competition.
Yeah. I don't think Alexis knew what he was getting into. Like, he married the whole family, and I'm very much like her. So I was like, yeah, you didn't realize there's two of us just like this, did you?
Yeah.
So he's taking off. He's a good brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
I
are you
was
looking for? Oh,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was
I was
asking
gonna
you, what do
ask
you? You go. You go. You go.
I was gonna ask, how's your dad?
He's great. You know, I've been on the court, and he hasn't been on the court. He's actually not on Instagram. He just got into Facebook maybe a year or two ago, and he keeps telling me how people want to be friends with him on Facebook, but he says no. And I couldn't even understand what he was talking about at first. He said, "Are you on this thing?" And then he didn't call it Facebook. It was some other weird name,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What are you talking about?" So he's not on Instagram yet, but my dad is older. He's 78 this year. So I've been really nervous to see him and bring him to the courts, and I don't think he really understands kind of this whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen him in quite a while now, but I think I'll go by his house and just like wave from the car window.
Well,
And
tell him I
three,
said hi, because I always loved your dad. He's always been so nice to me, when I was coming up and stuff. He's always been encouraging. And yeah, I miss seeing him on the courts because he's always super fun. So every time he came to Miami, once a year, like last couple years, I always said hi, and I was happy to see him. So I'm glad to hear that he's doing well.
yeah, he's doing really well, and he always likes seeing you too. So I think you're one of his favorites. So he always like gave you a hug.
Yeah,
So
he's always been super nice.
yeah, someone said live chat with Richard Williams. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
no, my dad won't show up. Anyone who knows my dad knows
yeah.
he'll make an appointment at the last minute. Yeah, I miss this tour. So what are you looking forward to this year? I know you have your match coming up, so I'll let you go. But
Yeah.
what are you looking forward to? Tennis coming back, your son, like, I don't know, going to school, or what are you looking forward to?
Um, to be honest, I just hope, like, I'm looking forward to this you know, kind of being over. And I'm looking forward to see what we can really do to, as I said earlier, like to maybe hopefully get some good friction going in the right direction for tennis. It obviously tennis needs to come back, but in the meantime, I hope we can I don't know, come up with some solutions, because like right now I also feel like really bad for all the players, lower ranked players who are really struggling, financially and stuff. So hopefully we can at this time come together and help out and show like, a better side um, of us as humans together. And but I am looking forward for tennis to come back. Well, I'm hoping Leo is going to go back to school because he likes it, and I feel like it's it's really fun for him, because the last time when he was in school, his teacher told me that he has a girlfriend now, Sophia, and I was like, that's interesting. So I'm looking forward to seeing some more developments of that, with him interacting with other kids and like seeing him grow and stuff. But I don't know. Right now, I'm just hoping that everything is gonna be over, and we're gonna move into a better, steadier, like, life.
Yeah.
What
Well,
about
I
you?
think I'm looking forward to, I think the same thing, just tennis, more tennis and extra tennis. Hopefully we'll get to play at the end of the year, like a few tournaments. And I have a lot of fun stuff coming up also with my own line. So I'm looking forward to that. Like a lot of
Oh
fun
yeah.
things. And some things have been delayed too because of this.
Hmm.
So kind of like figuring out when that happens and how that happens. So I'm looking forward to finding about who is this Sophia. Like,
I me too. Hey, me too. Because I didn't get to see her yet.
yeah, you
So,
need to find her Instagram page or her TikTok. She probably already has one.
oh my God, those TikToks. Oh,
But
anyway,
we should hit some balls when the quarantine's over. Let's play some doubles or hit some balls. It'll be fun because
definitely.
we aren't gonna play for a while, so we may as well entertain ourselves.
I know. Once the courts open, let's hit some. I need to work on my return, and you love to serve, so let's let's do that.
That'd be cool. Well,
Yeah.
take care of yourself. Thank you for joining
Thank
me.
you.
Give
You too. It
Leo a
was so
hug
much
for me.
fun. I
I miss
will.
seeing him in the locker room.
I
All the
know.
when he comes in the locker room, all the girls like they stop what they're doing because he's so cute. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's so cute."
Yeah, I mean, he
So,
has few more years, and soon they won't be allowed for him to bring him to the locker room. But anyway, it was super fun. I'm glad to check in with you and have a conversation. We don't get
sure.
to have those conversations that often during the tournaments with our busy schedules, but
Yeah,
I feel like it's a great opportunity for the world to see a little bit of a different side of us, and not just on the
exactly.
court.
Well, thanks for joining. Take care of yourself. I'll see you hopefully like whenever this lifts.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, people are asking, where is this match? People want to know where you're playing.
Oh, they are streaming it on Facebook.
Hmm.
On Facebook, I'm actually gonna post a link right now on my story,
Okay,
so
so
people
it's
can watch it.
Mutua Madrid.
Mutua Madrid. I don't, I
Yeah.
know the link, but I think it's Mutua Madrid Open, and then Facebook Live, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So people can watch her pretty soon on Mutua Madrid
Yeah.
live.
There's matches going on now, so they can definitely watch. Also, other players. I heard Andy Murray beat Nadal this morning, so.
Big upset.
Yeah. Well, so anyway. All right. Well,
Uh,
good to see you, V, and
yeah.
bye.
Bye. Okay, so that was Vika. Guys, thank you for joining us tomorrow. We're going to dance with James Brown the third, Hump Wednesday. So we're here every day, pretty much at noon, but please check my link in bio to opt in for updates so that way you can see when our workouts are happening and who's joining us. And you can also shop 11 by Venus with 20% off code Coach Venus. This is our special code during self-isolation and COVID to keep you encouraged to keep working out and to stay active. I want to do a special thanks to my team, Lily, Elena, and also Tanisha for making this possible, and to um, keep me on track to help everyone to stay active. And I will see you tomorrow. Be safe, be well, take care of yourself, and stay home. Love you guys. And hi, Isha. Love you. Bye.